Hey, what's up, guys? Sean with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So we have a topic that really doesn't get a whole lot of love, and it's very unfortunate because one of the top searches when it comes to coins and currency is I have an old coin. Where in the world do I sell it? Right? There's a lot of you out there that have coins of some type that you just want to sell and you just want to move it immediately. But there are two things that are stopping you from doing so. Number one, who do I take it to that's going to be trustworthy and that's going to be able to give me the money that I deserve for these coins? That is a pretty big one. The other one is something else, but one and two are kind of that big one that you see most frequently is who do I take it to right now? I need to sell it right now. Um, and because of the way the hobby is constantly evolving, there are more options for you to do that rather than just taking it to a local coin shop. Some folks don't even have a coin shop for many miles, maybe many hundreds of miles even. However, you have to take into perspective what you have. If you have a lot of something, it might actually be worth the trip to a coin shop. Now, there's going to be, oh, this is actually the second part. No, there is no second part. I lied. There's a large element of trust that goes into this because obviously you don't want to entrust someone based off of an ad or just doing a quick internet search, right? I get a lot of questions. Blue, who do I take it to? Who specifically do I take this collection to? Or who do I reach out to specifically to sell this one coin or this two or three coins? And I can't personally answer that for you. I've personally purchased coins from viewers before, but they have to fit my niche. I'm not a coin dealer in that regard. I'll just buy anything, you know. Coin shops are more than capable of buying a complete collection regardless of what's in there. Some coin shops are known to cherry pick certain things. They only pick what fits their profile of their shop. Some shops don't have an internet presence. So they'll want something that's highly liquid, something that they could turn in a relatively quick amount of time. That's something else also that you guys need to understand. With coin shops, there are other XYZ kind of variables that play into what they buy and what they don't buy. But most of the time, most coin shops that I've dealt with, they'll buy a complete set. However, you have to understand that maybe some of the coins that are less desirable to them, they probably won't give you a whole lot for them, right? Have we ever, I'm sure there's been quite a few of you that have taken collections of all shapes and sizes to a coin shop and they love the Silver Eagles. They love the older type coins. They love, maybe they love full albums, with different varying types of collections in there. It doesn't matter what age. But there's certain things that they prefer not to take in. For example, maybe graded modern coins, stuff maybe that you've heard of that has a better value through the folks on the interweb than what a coin shop is willing to buy. Coin shops don't particularly like errors and varieties because it's either something that they don't understand as well or it's something that they prefer not to have because those type of items tend to stick around and hang around their shop, just gathering age more so than, however old it is. And it's really not contributing to the bottom line of their business. So there's going to be certain things, again, that they're going to say, we'll take this, but we're only going to give you face value for it. Or we're going to give you 20% of gray sheet for it. There are coin dealers that are allowed to do that. And at that point in time, you have to make the decision if that's right for you. Not every coin is worth the full market value if you're not willing to sell it online. Coin shops have a limited visibility of one person or two or three people, however many people work in that shop. Selling your coins online means you're expanding your bandwidth of customers from two, three people to thousands, but you got to put more work into it. So that's why we're kind of deciding, you know what? I just really want to sell this collection, cash in everything that I have, and move on with my life. All right, and that's all well and good. So the first thing that I possibly would recommend is this is something that is affordable and it takes time, but you're going to find that the time comes useful. Is simply encasing each coin into a flip holder like this. Now you can buy these in bulk. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. This is a clear, inert type of material. Here's actually a really good brand, but it's not exactly the cheapest Saflip. This is 100 holders for $11.99. But if you have a big collection with a lot of possible rarities, like, if you notice, there's Carson City Morgans, there's earlier Drapus cents, and other various kind of cool stuff in there, I would certainly invest the money to at least pick up some of these. And at that point, at the very least, you're going to be doing a lot of the legwork for whoever you bring it to, for them to correctly identify the coins. Oftentimes, larger collections can certainly not be appraised in one day. Sometimes, depending on the size of a collection, let's say a collection has thousands of coins. It's unreasonable for a coin shop to simply just go through them while you're there waiting to give you a price. All right, we're going to pay you X, or here's your appraisal sheet on this. Because the appraisal sheet, only fits so many coins. They're going to actually have to pump all the information into a spreadsheet. They have to actually sit down at a desk to take away from their business, even though, things like that does happen. But with appraisals, you have to understand that you will be paying money for the service, and especially bigger collections. Again, you're taken away from that business. That's a service that they will charge. So selling coins, again, is not something that you should necessarily kind of shortcut the process, because if you come to find out you have $100,000 worth of coins, that's going to change the game a little bit. You'll make the extra effort to securely pack up everything. You're going to do, as I see here, you don't even have to write down anything, put little cards in there, nothing like that. Just single out all of what you feel like are the most valuable coins. And let's say your collection involves like bags of wheat cents, and maybe there's scrap silver bags with $50 in this one, Roosevelt dimes in this one. Just keep it all together, and that's going to be, again, easier to identify. Probably one thing I would do is write down the face value of, say, the $50 that are in that particular Ziploc bag compared to the quarters. Because, a coin dealer will look at it. They'll say, oh, we pay 13 and a half times face value, in relation to whatever spot price is for that day. Or whatever, they'll say, oh, we'll give you 10 times face or 20 or whatever. They will give you whatever they give you. And at that point, you either say yes or no. It's that simple. Excuse me. But make sure you securely pack up everything. Another thing to invest in are actually the double, triple row boxes to stack all of these in there. And again, they don't have to be in a particular order, although if you want to do it by denomination, again, you're going to be doing your coin dealer a huge favor. They're going to be able to go through this and be more efficient at it, first of all, and second of all, you're going to get your money a lot quicker. But package everything up securely, pack it into your car or your van or your SUV or your truck or whatever it is, and make the drive to a coin shop. I would say 99% of the coin shops I would trust. People are constantly looking for inventory. This is a hobby, unlike most other collectibles, that's highly active. It's traded on daily, and it's very liquid. So that's nothing that you have to concern yourself with as far as, oh, I don't think they're going to buy it this day because they just don't feel like it. All right. Coin shops have the assets, they have the financial backing to buy large and small collections of any size. Now, here's something that I'm not a personal fan of kind of entrusting with a coin shop. All right. And then this is something that, again, might require for you to do more research before you just up and drive it to a coin shop. Number one, do your research on the shop. All right. What's the overall general consensus, the sentiment of that shop? Are they well liked? Do they have a low Yelp review? Do they have a high Yelp review? Kind of figure that stuff out. Because, if maybe a bigger conglomerate coin shop that has a website and a presence online are going to be a lot more. I have like mental block right now. If they're more trustworthy, you're going to drive 500 miles to go there. Sure, it's going to be in Chicago or whatever it is. But again, if you have $100,000 in coins, don't skimp on the process. All right? Just to save yourself a few hundred extra bucks, make the trip to a shop that has a better overall customer service experience than the little mom and pop that maybe, they have Yelp reviews that say, oh yeah, these guys scammed me, or, they just buy gold and they don't buy anything else. You're going to get that as well. Some coin shops, since about 2007, have converted over to silver and gold and pawn. So they'll actually lend you money for coins that you bring in. And then, after a certain amount of time, if you don't come in and pay your pawn check or whatever it is, your claim check, and it's always a higher amount of value. I wonder why. Then they owned a coin. All right. A lot of them have converted to that ever since the boom in precious metals here in the 21st century. So securely pack everything up. Okay. Make the one-way trip. Make sure your gas tank is full. All right. Make the one-way trip to a coin shop. Do not stop anywhere. And then just be aware of your surroundings. All right. In this case, you guys have heard so much about what they call jugging, although it's not something that's completely new. The terminology is, but you don't want to be followed anywhere. All right. So that way they could hold you up at gunpoint and take your stuff. You don't want that. So be safe. Always be safe. Some people have asked, well, can I ship these out? I mean, you certainly can. But keep in mind, if you send it out with the post office, okay, you're only covered up to a certain amount of money, all right? And the problem is with shipping out monetary instruments, that's kind of a dicey thing, guys. They'll see that as, oh, these are monetary instruments. We won't cover this if you send it registered mail, which I believe there's a $50,000 coverage cap on those. It might be worth getting individual coin insurance, which does exist, the same way that getting regular car insurance exists. But again, do your due diligence, safeguard everything that you have, do lots of research, and you can trust 99% of the coin shops. If you're completely new at it, start from the ground, work your way up. Don't skimp on the process. Go from process A, B, C, D, all the way up to Z. And then you are going to have an overall total just pleasant experience. So I had talked a little bit about what I'm not a fan or what I don't trust coin shops with. Is improperly attributed coins. Because we've heard these horror stories, and they actually happen less than you realize. And this is why, all of the investigative part of it, are they trustworthy and all that's important. But you've heard horror stories about coin shops, substituting coins that are in your collection with one that they have in stock that may be a lesser grade. It could be a different date, things like that. So obviously, if you want to be more of a completist about this, take down, an inventory of date. and then you can put a little sticker here with a number that corresponds to your spreadsheet. Coin number one is you can even do 1879 50-cent piece. Keep it generic. If you don't know what a seeded Liberty $half is, then you could just just do a generic date. If it has a mint mark, put that in there. 50 cents, 50C. You could use as an abbreviation. But yeah, selling coins actually very easy. I don't trust using a pawn shop to sell coins because they pay you this, not literally zero, but they don't come close to paying you what the market is. Whereas a coin shop, who that's their core product and their need, they will pay you whatever gray sheet price is minus a certain percent. Please do understand that these folks have overhead and they have to account for that. Hopefully, some of these address your guys' questions. A few other things I wouldn't personally trust when it comes to selling coins is to simply assume that the people that do content creation on coins, whether it's on TikTok, which, by the way, I do not believe 90% of the people that do coin content on TikTok, I think people are just kind of jamming in views at that point. Don't assume that these content creators are going to be able to buy your coins. All right, sure, they talk a good game, but when it comes to, hey, I have this collection of coins, I think I have some of the coins that you talked about, don't expect them to buy that because they are not coin dealers. They're not going to assume the liability, and they're freaking lazy. All right, so I'm just going to go out and say that. I'm a collector. I pick up coins as I need it. There are instances where a viewer, by the way, if you have coin questions, you can go ahead and email it to us, info@livecoinqa.com. We don't talk necessarily about value, but if you need help identifying something specific, go ahead and send us photos our way, and we can help you out with that. It's just content creators I don't necessarily trust in buying larger collections because they create content for the views. They don't necessarily have the capital to have the power to buy your coins. Myself included. I don't have $50,000 to give anyone for a collection. I'm just going to go out and say that. I create content. I'm in the business to be an educator and a hobbyist. I spend $1,000, $1,500 on coins pretty regularly, but to drop 50 grand in one pass on a collection, admittedly, is something that I don't do. So I don't expect you guys to haphazardly reach out to a content creator and say, hey, I have these, go ahead and buy them. Or, oftentimes the question is, where do I sell these? That's the biggest question that us as content creators receive on any given day. All right. But do you have what the market commands? All right. That's going to be a question that I want you guys to kind of put in here. Do you have something that is legitimately what the market commands? If you have anything less than what's being talked about through these content creators and on these online forum chat pages and things like that, do not make any moves until you get confirmation that you have specifically what the market wants. Because 99.9% of the time, someone will be talking about a Mint State 68 1985 Lincoln cent that's worth $5,000. And you have like 30 people come up, oh, I have this coin and it looks better than the one that's on screen. Don't do that. That's the definition of insanity. Trying to keep and constantly trying to do the same thing with these modern ultra rarity coins that are made for a very niche market of registry set folks that obviously has a huge amount of value because of their status of being a top pop coin. You don't want to put yourself out there as saying you have this when it's not even graded, ladies and gentlemen. And don't even get me started with grading. You don't have to get stuff graded if you're taking it to a coin shop to sell. That's just not necessary. All right. Let them assess the collection. Make sure you guys are doing your due diligence. Take photographs of everything that you have. Take a date inventory of all the coins that you have. Get yourself prepared before you go and meet someone else about something that's been in your family for 100 years, 150 years, even longer. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this one. Hopefully this was able to address a little bit. Sorry, it could be any more specific with like, oh yeah, take it to Read It Edge or take it to Northeast Coin or whatever. They buy specific things, but you can always reach out to them because they are buyers too. They are coin dealers. They're further away. Northeast is, guess what? The Northeast of the U.S. I think they're in like Connecticut or something like that. But they are a dealer you could trust. But can you trust yourself and can you trust other people to get the coins through the mail system? That's really up to you guys. All right, you have to look inside of here and decide if that's something you're willing to double down on and possibly kind of like roll the dice on. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to love, share, subscribe. Hit that bell for instant notifications. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok as well. And yeah, you guys are a lot of fun. Thank you again for all of your views and support. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Christmaka. Yeah. Anyways, great hobby we're in. Who doesn't like collecting money and also spending it, right? All right, you guys take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you later.